It's a Chook Man here once again. I just want to talk about the awareness that we need to have for these unwanted dogs. I can't talk about all the other animals that need good homes because I just rescue dogs. I love all animals, don't get me wrong. But I've been rescuing unwanted dogs for a long time. Um, right back till I was 16, I've always had a dog with me, and they've all been rescue dogs. Now, if you have a look at how many dogs have been put in these dog homes, like Lord Smith, the Lost Dogs Home, and RSPCA, there's thousands of dogs that go through this system, the dog's home, as they call it, the dog home. Over a period of years, thousands of dogs they get put through the system, and unfortunately, some of the dogs they don't get a loving home like this boy here. He's lucky. He's our third rescue dog, and some of these dogs they're really traumatized. And this guy here, he was a handful to begin with, and then somehow luckily we what's the word we convinced him that we're on his side. Now, some of these dogs, they don't, they're too damaged, and I understand they put them to sleep because they're traumatized. But the sad thing about it is these full-grown dogs were puppies, and people have got them as puppies, and then they've grown up, and then they've got sidetracked and thought, well, I don't want this dog anymore. I want to go camping. I want to enjoy myself. I want to do this. I want to do that. Well, guys, my awareness is if you get a dog is for life. Now, our rescue dogs that we've had with me and my partner, my new partner, well, she's not new. She's been with me for the last 10 years. We've rescued three. And what I mean by rescue him is we went and got him from the day we got him to the day they pass on. Now, we'll go back three dogs that we've had. So we've had Teddy. He was a Bull Terrier cross mixed. I got him and had him for 8 years of his life. And he passed, we had him for 8 years and then he passed on. Rest his soul. We miss him. He was a real character. He was a damaged dog, believe it or not, guys. I could cuddle him. Once he knew we were on his side, me and my partner, we could do everything with him. We could kiss him, cuddle him, do anything, roll around the floor. But we had to convince him that we were on his side. It took a while, but we got there in the end. Now, when it comes to strangers, he didn't trust them full stop. I said to one of my mates at the time, don't cuddle him like we cuddle him, because he will bite you. And sure enough, what did my mate do? He went to cuddle him, he put his arm around him, and Teddy flew him. And I grabbed Teddy and went, no, Teddy, no, no. But once a dog is damaged for life, you've got to be so careful. Now, these guys here, they can turn on you because the simple reason is you don't know where they've been, what's happened to them, who's treated them bad, who's did what to what. You don't know, and it's not the dog's fault. It's traumatized. They start talking about people like myself. I've got critical PTSD. So do these guys here. They've got critical PTSD too, but in dog terms. Now, they can't sit down and say, oh, I'm depressed today and talk it out like us humans can. They just sit there and they work it out for themselves. Now, there's a lot of dogs going through the system that don't need to be going through the system. And what we need to do is get the awareness out to us human beings that dogs are for life. You don't just get a puppy and then it grows up and then, I want to go camping, I want to do this and get rid of the dog. So the dog automatically gets chucked in the system and it gets put in the dog's home. Now, yes, there are good systems out there now. You've got Lord Smith, that you've got Lost Dogs Home, and you've got the RSPCA, but you're forgetting one thing. That you're traumatizing these dogs. These dogs are living, breathing, feeling animals that got feelings and emotions. You break their heart and their spirit when you drop them off to the dog's home and they no longer see you. They sit in a cage and they think, what went wrong? Where's my dad? Where's my mum? Where's my family? They're just like us. And it breaks their heart. But not all of them get adopted, you know. The ones we've had, I've had a couple that I've had to take back because they've been too traumatized. One was growling at my partner, and I couldn't have that in case he actually bit her. I had to take him back because he growled at her. He didn't growl at me, but there was a big risk there. If I wasn't home, imagine what he'd do now. He's been traumatized. Someone's traumatized him, and that's why he did. They're not born nasty. No animal is born nasty, and most dogs, it's the way they've been treated. It's the way they've been raised, It's like raising kids. You got to be so careful when you're raising them. You got to show them compassion and caring and show them the right way. These dogs, same deal. This guy here, he's got the rule of the roost. He's spoiled rotten now. But guys, he still has his moments where he goes, "Arr." And I say, all right, settle down. It's not his fault, but he's traumatized. And I say to people, be careful with him because he's not, he's all right with me and my partner. When it comes to strangers, that's what happens to these guys. And there's been a lot of dogs getting put down, and they don't publicise this. They don't put it in the public and, 100 dogs got destroyed today. They don't get the awareness and tell people because it's too sad. But we, as human beings, can bring up kids and bring them up properly. Why can't we bring up our animals properly? We wanted them. We got them. So it's up to us to look after them from the day we get them to the day they pass on. I can't say it enough, guys. If you're going to adopt these guys, adopt them and show them a life they never ever had before. Don't just adopt them, get them for a couple of years or a couple of months and just take them back to the dog's home because you're destroying their will and you're destroying their mental health as well. They're just like us. They've got feelings, they've got emotions. They're a beautiful animal. And you've got to get on their level. Once you get on their level, perfect. But anyway, getting back to our rescue dogs, I've had 3 so far with my new partner. We've had Teddy. He was a Bull Terrier cross. Beautiful boy. We taught him that he could trust us. And he learnt over a period of time. A couple of years. It took a couple of years. Same with Hogan here. He's still learning that he can trust us and rely on us, because without us, they can't do it by themselves. Who's going to feed them? Who's going to walk them? Who's going to give them love? We do. Anyway, so that was talking about getting the awareness to other people. Dogs are for life. You wouldn't get rid of your kids, so why would you get rid of your dogs? Our next boy, well, that was Nitro. He was a Bull Mastiff cross, Bull Arab cross. Now, he was traumatized too. He used to do zoomies. People used to say, "Oh, geez, happy." No. Zoomies, when they zoom all over the front yard, that's because they're traumatized. That's not happiness. Don't get zoomies mixed up with happiness because it's not. Anyway, we had Nitro for 7 years. His back legs went on him, and we had to be cruel to be kind, and we got him put to sleep. Because we're not having any animals that we rescue. We're not having them. There's an old saying, you have to be cruel to be kind. Well, his back legs couldn't be fixed because of his old age. So we got him put to sleep, and now we've got this young man here, Hogan. Hogan's Heroes, we call him. He's a big boy. He's an American bulldog. He's a bit. He's traumatized. He's got critical PTSD. He's got mood swings. He's got trust factors. But we've had him now for 2 years, and now we're convincing him slowly but surely that he can trust us, and we're not going to just get rid of him. We're going to have him until the day he passes on too. So that's 3 of our rescue dogs that we've loved and cherished. And I think if we have a reality check on all these dogs, I think we can get less and less dogs going through the system, because half of them don't even get a home, as I said before. Half of them get put to sleep. Now, all the dogs' homes aren't going to tell you that. They're just going to say, oh, no, they get loving homes. No, 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 not all of them do, And it breaks my heart to know, in 1 year, at least 4,000 or 5,000 dogs get through the system, and half of them get put to sleep. So yeah, if you're going to get a dog, it's for life. Don't get it and then get a cold feet halfway through it, because you're traumatizing the dog, and it's not good, you know. Then they get trust factors in human beings. You go and rescue it after it's been dumped. They're just like humans. You're damaging them. Anyway, guys, it's just someone said to me, if you could get awareness about anything, what would it be? It'd be awareness to save unwanted dogs, and make sure we educate people and tell them the dog is for life. You get that dog as a puppy, or it's for life. It's not, oh, I don't want the dog anymore. It's grown up. It's too big. It's too much barking. It's too this. That's not on, guys. So my awareness today and this chat today is about unwanted dogs, and trying to get people's awareness on dogs. They're for life. If you're going to get him, you're going to get him until he passes on. Well, that's how I see it anyway. All right, guys, if you're going to have fun adopting dogs, have fun and have them for life. All right, guys, as I always say, have a good day and look after your mental health, and look after these guys, because these guys need us. He sounds asleep at the moment. I've woken you up, have I? I'm talking about you. That's all right. Good boy, Hogan. You're talking about all your brothers and sisters out there and giving them a good home. Hey? Yeah, like we did with you. All right, it's thumbs up from the Chook Man and thumbs up from Hogan. It's bye for now.